CYMA's Accounts Receivable Monthly Close Process. The process is relatively simple because you've already done all the work with entering in the invoices and entering in the payments. So now it's simply a matter of coming over to our processing. If we use manual invoices, there's no need to go ahead and print invoices. And then it's just simply a matter of coming across, posting our invoices to accounts receivable. There we have a nice little report for verification. We'll continue, and then I recommend printing your invoice register detail. And okay, that's done. Once it's been posted to accounts receivable, you can now apply payments to that. But moving on, posting to GL. So this is going to take it and it's going to create the journal entry, as you can see here, with a debit and credit for Medicare and accounts receivable. And we'll continue on. This is very important that you don't forget to do this, as the amounts that you're updating will not display. They won't be reflected at all in the general ledger module until you post things up to the GL. So in the same fashion that we did invoices, you would still come across, we don't have any payments here, but if you did, you'd simply select the payment, post it, and then the same fashion to the general ledger, select the payment and go ahead and post that over to the general ledger module. And at that point, all of your work is now gone over to the general ledger, and we're able to come in and run a detailed aging report. Our third one is our favorite here. And the aging report is simply going to let us know how much is currently owed to us in detail, how much is outstanding. So $23,000. At this point in time, you should go ahead and take and verify what your 1,200 or whatever your accounts receivable account is on your balance sheet. And that amount should, after you've posted those batches that we just posted up to the general ledger, after they've been posted in the general ledger module itself, and you take a look at a report that says my AR balance is, it needs to match this report. If you have a discrepancy, you need to find it, because when you're looking at the AR summary on the balance sheet, you should always be able to put your finger on the details that make up that total dollar amount. Okay, great report to print out and have on record. I would also highly recommend running an invoice register for, again, just to print off and put it in your hard copy folder, as well as for payments, a payment register. That way we'll have the record of all of our checks that we processed for the month as well. After we've run those reports, we could come to process, period end processes, and we're simply going to do our period end close. Period end close, highly recommend that you never check the move invoices and payments to history. If you do that, you're going to have a hard time running current period reports and seeing your information. And so over here, the period end is going to do the following. It's going to make sure that our posting prerequisites have been met, which we'll look at in a second, and it's going to clear our period to date totals and simply advance us over to the next period. So looking at the prerequisites, I can immediately identify that, hey, I still have some invoices that I haven't done. I still have some invoices posted in the general ledger that I haven't done. And this is because it's demo information. I'm spanning multiple years with this company, and we do keep a lot of open records for training purposes. So basically, if you do the steps just like we went through, you won't have any red items, as well as make sure that you've done any of the required reports over here as the prerequisites. And if it's something that you're not going to need to actually keep on copy, like a tax report, well, shucks, you can just run the thing to screen, and that will take it off here. Then you can go ahead and process and close your month. And doing that, we'll simply just move your period from period 2 over to period 3. And it's what we call a loose close in CYMA, because you could really technically go back and work in period 2. But the idea is we're trying to get AR to match our general ledger module, and so just the checks and balances here are very important.